quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The imperative for everyone, 3 points on opening day.
Well, Peter, I can tell you that both managers will have stressed the need for a very strong start here. Both have also indicated
A real chance!
Oh, that is rather wayward.
it's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Beraldo. Vitinha. Dembele. João Neves. Fabian Ruiz. Played back in. João Neves. Nuno Mendes. That's really well cleared. Paris Saint-Germain have reclaimed it. Doué. Vitinha. And here's Ramos. Gonzalo Ramos! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
The goal scorer for Paris Saint-Germain after 4 minutes is number 9.
So, a breakthrough already. Caicedo. João Pedro. Bino Gittins. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Marquinhos. Beraldo. Nuno Mendes. And it's Dembele. Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, good spread. Now it's Pedro Neto. Chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Fabian Ruiz. João Neves. Now it's João Pedro. Fernandes. Shot a goal! And for a moment, time stood still. Dembele. And that is a little undercooked. Pedro Neto. James. Fernandes. Cucurella. Another save.
João Pedro really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save. Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
And it's Mendes. That is good strength. Fabian Ruiz. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Played out to the right. Climbs up big! And he hits the net! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And now he has two. Paris Saint-Germain are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
João Pedro. Good chance here! Just swings wide.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Marquinhos shifted upfield. And here's Doué. Played into space out wide. Nuno Mendes. Marquinhos. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Doué. Time to deliver. And a chance! It's off target and by quite a way. Nice defending, it's got the job done. Hakimi. Beraldo. Vitinha. Beraldo, aim forwards. And that has been cleared. Gonzalo Ramos. Oh, shooting chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz! He'll try to keep this alive. Good play on the left-hand side here. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Fernandez. Colwell looks to the other side. James, gently done. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. He's through, now is he in? Oh, that's well done, really robust. And that is good, super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Dembele. Doué. Vitinha. Oh, it's Dembele. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Cucurella. Bino Gittins. And it's Fernandez. Pedro Neto! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Vitinha, who does have an assist to his name, and it's played forward. Nuno Mendes. He's shifting through the gears here. And back out it comes. Moved on forwards. That's a throw. Caicedo does really well to win the ball there. Strong running down that left flank. João Pedro. Caicedo. Can he latch on to this? Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, they could be caught out here. A chance to play it in. He is through here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Bino Gittins. And again! Decent enough try.
João Pedro certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Nuno Mendes. Doué, now he's off and running. Cucurella gets across to intercept that. Chalobah. Approaching the half-hour mark. Cucurella. Colwell. Played towards the other side. Fernandez. Lavia. Fernandez. Spread out to the left. Tries a measured ball. That has been knocked clear. Fernandez. Caicedo. João Pedro. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. And it's Dembele. Muscular approach does pay off here. Doué. Vitinha. Over to the left. No foul, says the referee. Great defending, strong and determined. Dembele. Vitinha. Colwell. Caicedo. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Fernandes. João Pedro. Marquinhos. João Neves. Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz forwards and with intent. James. And now the breakaway. It's a good foot in there. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Spectacular save! Pedro Neto. Bino Gittins. Bino Gittins! Nuno Mendes. That's really well manoeuvred. Reaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And it's Hakimi. Hakimi. João Neves. Hakimi. Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. Nuno Mendes. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, welcome to the modern game. You get hounded as soon as you get the ball. You can't take time like that.
Bino Gittins. Cucurella looking to get on the end of this. That is a brilliant interception. Caicedo is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Beraldo. João Neves. Fabian Ruiz. That's been slipped through. Bino Gittins. Cucurella. And that was asking just too much of him. Doué. Dembele. Nice physical challenge. Chalobah. Caicedo. Cucurella. Bino Gittins. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And that has been cleared. Vitinha. Dembele. Fabian Ruiz forward. Here we go again then.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Beraldo. João Neves. João Neves played up towards the front line. Doué. Gonzalo Ramos. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Lavia. Colwill. Colwill shifted upfield. Caicedo. And it's Cucurella.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Vitinha. And here's Ramos. Proves too strong. Colwill with the foul.
Great strike, but the keeper's equal to it. And he has kept it out somehow.
Vitinha is offering a wry smile there.
Fernandes. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Fernandes. Succumbs to the pressure. Doué with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
João Neves. Marquinhos. Aim forwards. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Colwill. Fernandes. Lavia. Colwill, gently done. Marquinhos. Beraldo. João Neves. Moved on forwards. Held time. Excellent interception. Doué. Hakimi. Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
It is a corner. Fernandez with the short one. And it's Cucurella. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's played forward. Oh, can he get onto this? Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That is lovely. Fernandez. Cucurella. Real chance! Out of play for a throw. And it's Cucurella. Caicedo. Now then, the ball's come loose. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's searched. Gonzalo Ramos! James getting this one clear. Nuno Mendes. Out to the left it goes. Very nicely done. There are a few waiting for it. He's there to get rid.
Paris Saint-Germain are probably looking to run the clock down now. They clearly feel that the job is done.
Unlike their opponents, who have to do precisely the opposite, and time is running out on them. Caicedo. Lavia. That's really well manoeuvred. That has been cut short. Nuno Mendes. Marquinhos. Hakimi. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Doué. Bino Gittins. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Hakimi cuts out the pass. Marquinhos. Moved on forwards. Calmly anticipates. Caicedo. Fernandez. Colwill, and he goes cross-field. Pedro Neto. Mendes did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And it's Mendes. And here's Ramos. Fabian Ruiz! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Substitution on the field.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Is number 49.
It's a mighty effort! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Lavia. Chalobah. Fernandez. James, head over towards the opposite flank. Garnacho. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Lavia. Caicedo. Lavia. And here's Neto. Garnacho! And the ball's come loose here. João Neves. Beraldo. Dembele. Hakimi. And here's Ramos. Gonzalo Ramos!
Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Caicedo. And it's Cucurella. Pedro Neto. And he's there to clear it. Caicedo. Vitinha attempts a clearance. Fernandez laid out to the left flank. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Substitution on the field. Number 7. Coming on to replace him is number 41.
Fabian Ruiz. Marquinhos. Nuno Mendes. And it's Dembele. Gonzalo Ramos. Fernandez. Turns and goes back. Love Garnacho! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Garnacho clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Marquinhos. Beraldo forwards and with intent. Doué. Hakimi. Vitinha. Caicedo. James. Oh, that's nice. Fernandez. Now it's João Pedro. Gets it away. And reclaimed it in a trice. Cucurella. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Garnacho. Hakimi gets over and intercepts. Nuno Mendes. Caicedo. João Pedro. And it's Caicedo. Gonzalo Ramos on 2 now and looking for 3. Now it's Dembele. Vitinha. Dembele in acres of space out wide. Lovely feet. Played into the middle. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Garnacho.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Marquinhos.
Substitutions taking place.
Beraldo. Dembele. And it's Mendes. Lavia gets a foot in here. Nuno Mendes. And here's Dembele. Dembele has been caught there, it's a foul. That's going to go a long way. Hakimi. Fabian Ruiz. Dembele. Great work on the overlap. And the keeper has it. Fernandes. Lavia. Chalobah chooses to go cross-field. Cucurella. Aimed in towards the centre. Beraldo gets good distance on it. Deftly away. João Neves. João Neves shifted upfield. Fernandes. Caicedo. Fernandes. Cucurella is onto it in a flash. Caicedo. And that's been won straight back. Cucurella looking to hit the byline here. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And they've caught Reed. And here's Garnacho. Caicedo could try cutting in. Oh, smashing header! Harmlessly behind. Proves too strong. Time Time added on will be 2 minutes. Beraldo, gently done. Nice physical challenge. Fernandez. Now it's Palmer. And here's Garnacho. Caicedo. And it's Cucurella. That's tidy. Plenty waiting in the middle. And here's Fernandez. Over to the left. He is just caressing the ball. Garnacho spread out to the left. Cross needs to be good. And that has been cleared. And that's that. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Day one, and everybody eager to get off to a good start.
Yeah, and it's obvious, Peter, you don't want to be playing catch-up after the opening group game. So we can expect this to be highly competitive. 3 points here and the feel-good factor of eventual progression kicks in. It's a great foundation to tackle the rest of the group games.
The action has already started. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, this guy Caicedo really is the definition of the word tireless. One of the best defensive midfielders around, and he does have a constant desire to get forward and contribute to the attack. He can add some energy and dynamism to that. But what he's really, truly brilliant at is stopping the opposition and disrupting their plans. And he will be a big, big factor in trying to do that here.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Spread out to the left. And the keeper has it. Nuno Mendes. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Ruiz. Dembele. He's had a shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Dembele is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And he cuts out the supply. Pacho. Marquinhos. Zaire Emery. Kvaratskhelia looks to get on the end of this. Nuno Mendes. Fabian Ruiz. And here's Dembele. It's Dembele! It's anyone's ball now. Nuno Mendes. Marquinhos. Zaire Emery. And here's Doué. Fires it in low. Marquinhos. Zaire Emery. Aim forwards. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Fernandez. Caicedo. Fernandez. And it's James. He can get that clear. And that's been won straight back. And it's played forward. And that pass just didn't quite work. Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery, gently done.
Paris Saint-Germain. Well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
And here's Doué. Hakimi. Vitinha. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have...
Fabian Ruiz! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Nuno Mendes. And it's Vitinha. Vitinha stood his ground strongly. Defending of the desperate variety. Cleared without complication. Paris Saint-Germain cannot...
Good chance here! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Fabian Ruiz is offering a wry smile there.
Cleared away.
Great chance! He's hit it first time.
Hakimi cannot be faulted for trying. It was asking to be hit just a bit straighter.
Pedro Neto absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Can he finish?
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And here's Fernandes.
Up he goes!
Harmlessly behind. Marquinhos forwards and with intent. Vitinha moved on forwards. And here's Dembele. 0-0 still. No lack of chances though.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
João Pedro. Now what about a counter-attack? Bino Gittins. Cucurella hangs in across. No, he's overshot the green. Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz shifted upfield. James. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Cucurella. Bino Gittins. And it's Cucurella. He's through here. Bino Gittins. That's going to go a long way. Cole will have it back and can go again. Caicedo. Binokic tries a shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Bino Gittins certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Tacho. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. That's really well manoeuvred. Nuno Mendes tries a cross. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Vitinha. Zaire Emery. Fabian Ruiz. Over to the left. And it's played in. He's cut it out. That's a dangerous ball. And the shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
The goal scorer for Paris Saint-Germain after 24 minutes is number 7.
Paris Saint-Germain have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Zaire Emery does really well to win the ball there. Tacho. Vitinha. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Colwill. Colwill. Lavia. Caicedo looks to the other side. Fernandez. João Pedro. Fernandez. Back into the middle. Tacho is there and he can get that clear. Chalobah. James. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. Pedro Neto. It's a mighty effort! And that has been clubbed away. And it's Caicedo. Out towards the flank. Cucurella puts them all in.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support and the chances gone a begging.
And they've got a throw. Vitinha. Zaire Emery. Hakimi, long ball upfield. Gets it away. Cucurella. Colwell. Lavia, gently done. Now it's Pedro Neto. Just the keeper to beat! Now that's a fine challenge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Vitinha, aim forwards. Lavia. Moved on forwards, and it's been played through. Bino Gittins. Bino Gittins! Zaire Emery. And it's played forward. And here's Dembele. Hakimi. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Lavia. Caicedo gets rid without sophistication. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Can he get onto this? Bino Gittins. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Vitinha. Kvaratskhelia. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Probing pass. Mendes cuts it out. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Fabian Ruiz, forwards and with intent. Fabian Ruiz. Vitinha, aim forwards. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And it's Cucurella. Always onto this. Bino Gittins. And that was very necessary. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Pedro Neto. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Fabian Ruiz. Zaire Emery. Out to the left it goes. João Pedro. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Marquinhos. Hakimi,
That's a sharp pass.
and that is as far as they're going to go. Colwell. Fabian Ruiz. No, again there's no way through. Vitinha, gently done. Zaire Emery. Marquinhos. Zaire Emery. And the half-time whistle goes. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. So 45 minutes to turn it round. Zaire Emery. Kvaratskhelia. Lavia. Fernandez. Bino Gittins. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Fernandez. And here's Neto. And that has put paid to that. And he's heaved it away. Clipped into space. And it's Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Now it's João Pedro.
And the finish!
Hakimi. Pacho. Vitinha. Pacho shifted upfield and reclaimed it in a trice. That's a
Chance, surely! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Pedro Neto. Fabian Ruiz. Moved on forwards. Sanchez claims it, and the danger passes. James. Lavia. And he goes cross-field. Cucurella. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And no surprise, that's a booking. Mendes attempts a clearance, and it's James. In by James. Kvaratskhelia looking to add to his goal. Pacho. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Dembele. Played out to the right. Hakimi gets into some space. Zaire Emery.
And there's the shot!
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Lavia. Colwell cuts out the pass. Caicedo. And it's Fernandez. Real chance here. Real chance. Same again, same outcome.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
It's really well cleared. And it's played forward. Colwell gets over and intercepts. And he's away. Doué!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Fernandez. Wins the duel this time. Bino Gittins. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Colwell. Cucurella. Colwell. Caicedo. Fernandez. João Pedro. James. Muscular approach does pay off here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
James, well, they're labouring their way towards the opposition goal here, Peter, and this needs a much livelier solution.
Chalobah.
The attendance for this match was 45,900.
Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. James. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Fabian Ruiz. Alex Hakimi. Vitinha. Fabian Ruiz. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. And here's Vitinha. Proves too strong. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Cucurella. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. This might spell danger. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Now it's João Pedro. James. And it's Caicedo. Caicedo. Caicedo has got himself a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Fernandez has failed to find anyone. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Caicedo. Fernandez. Cucurella. Fernandez. Deftly away. That's a corner kick. And that has been cleared. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Punched away. And it's Lavia. Caicedo. Here's a chance!
That was venomous.
Play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Vitinha. Marquinhos. Hakimi. Zaire Emery. Marquinhos gently done. James gets across to intercept that. Bino Gittins. Caicedo. Colwell. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Hakimi. Vitinha forwards and with intent. Physical challenge. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
It out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Nuno Mendes. And claimed it back swiftly. Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery. Fabian Ruiz. Vitinha. Laid back in. Over to the left. Lavia. Fernandez. Chalobah. Caicedo. Cucurella. Colwell. Fernandez. And it's Cucurella. Caicedo. Fernandez. That's a...
Final Gittins! Oh, that could cost them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
João Pedro. Oh, nice touch. A chance to play it in. Vitinha gets it clear.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Hakimi shifted upfield.
Dembele really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Colwell. Caicedo. Fernandez. Bino Gittins. And he's picked out the run. Now it's João Pedro.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Out of play for a throw.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it. I think that's happened in this case.
It's Caicedo.
Oh, shooting chance! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Back to the goalkeeper. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
He has found a way through.
Big chance!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
After 83 minutes is number 10.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Kvaratskhelia. Lovely feet. Can he deliver?
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Garnacho spread out to the left. And here's Garnacho. the chance to cross.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Colwell. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Fernandez. Colwell. Garnacho. Cucurella picks it up now. Cucurella. And the flag has stayed down. Now the ball in.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, it's Dembele. Mendes in acres of space out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. Vitinha. Zaire Emery. And they've got rid. That'll be a throw. Showing good feet. Lee Kang-in's diving header! Great effort. He flew in with courage.
Well, he can't be accused of not being brave, Peter, and his boss will give him the thumbs up, I'm sure.
And that is a little undercooked. Marquinhos. Pacho. Marquinhos. And that will be the final act. So it is just one step forward. 3 would have been ideal, but this is going to have to do for now. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?